Hi, this is Steve Barsick Amstel with High Tech Design Safety. This is our continuing series on SIMI S2, the safety guideline for semiconductor equipment. In previous episodes, and I think some of these are going to be really good for you if you're just catching up now, we talked about what to expect during the SIMI S2 evaluation process. We also did another video on the timeline. How long does this process take? And what are typical outcomes? And we're conservative about that. We're giving you real numbers here. And then we did a video as well on what the costs will be to get through the SIMI S2 process. Those videos are great. If you'll look in our YouTube section or on our blog, you'll see links to those videos and you'll be able to play them and get all of that information for yourself. What we're going to talk about now is the evaluation process, which is Section 8 from the standard. We're actually going to talk through what the standard says about the evaluation process itself. So really what there is to do is evaluate the equipment line by line to the sections of SIMI S2. And that really begins in Section 9 and goes all the way through to the end. Section 8 talks about how to evaluate line by line to those other sections. So Section 8 starts off with looking, doing observation, testing, collecting information and data, and looking at that data as it pertains to each individual section. Then with the support of the engineering team at your company and your documentation and drawings and test equipment that we bring, we'll come to a conclusion on each specific line item of the standard. Now, sometimes that conclusion will be affirmative, but we have some questions and we'll verify that with you. Sometimes that determination will be negative and we'll ask you questions which may clarify that and change that response. SIMI S2 provides us two different ways to say something conforms. It may conform specifically to the section, meaning in that individual case, the equipment directly and precisely meets the requirement of that section. Alternatively, we can say it conforms to a performance standard, or that it conforms to the performance goal of that section, which is a higher, a more in-depth requirement. We have to do more to get there. Generally, it's best just to conform directly with each section, but we can also do the latter, which works as well. And then from there, there's other options for us to pick in approving your equipment. A bit more on a finding of your equipment meeting a performance goal of a standard or of a section of S2 would also include us doing a risk assessment of the outcome. So let's say you had some performance-based achievable conformance. We would also do a risk assessment to verify that the risk was low or very low for that section. And then the other option for us to choose for conformance of a section would be does not conform, meaning that the equipment itself or the documentation or other ancillary requirements are not met. And typically during an exit interview with you and your team, we'll go over each of those and say, here is this finding, and we think it does not conform, and give you an opportunity to provide us more data or provide options or best practices to have the equipment conform. Sometimes the nonconformance might be based on not having enough information. Maybe we're looking for a suitability for use for a subsystem. And maybe we don't have test data on the overheat process of a piece of equipment, or you're not complete with the functional safety evaluation of another section. And we include all of that in the report when we do report those findings and summarize those. For each of those nonconformances as well, we will do a risk assessment and determine what level of risk is associated with that nonconformance. So thank you for listening to this section, Section 8, about the evaluation process and report. We'll continue with Section 8 on our next episode. Please like, subscribe, and make comments. Those comments are really helping us out to make this video better and this training course better. And we would really like to help you out with your CIMI S2 requirements, either as a design basis or to do the testing for you. Again, this is Steve from Hi-Tech Design Safety. Thank you and have a great day.